As you can see in the title of the video, how challenging is studying in Japan? It's a very loaded question, I should say. Okay, so so why have I decided to talk about this or to answer this question? Well, my name is Harold, and if you're new to my channel, uh, I'm currently studying in Japan. I'm just months away from graduating, and hopefully, fingers crossed, um, I, yeah. So hopefully, I get, I hopefully I finish everything in one piece, and I get to graduate. Yeah, that's the hope at the moment. And when I actually start this channel, I was posting a lot of videos about how to study in Japan. Specifically, how to get a scholarship to come here to Japan. And I think a number of people who have subscribed to my channel, they did so because of those school-related topics that I've covered on my channel. That's why I feel like today I want to talk about studying in Japan. And specifically, I want to address the question how difficult it is to study in Japan. Yeah, but I think before I even talk about the question, is it actually difficult to study in Japan, especially as a foreigner? Well, I guess like every opinion is kind of subjective. Should I say subjective? Like, I mean, everyone has a different point of view, and my experience is as a foreigner here in Japan, as a student, or studying here as a foreigner, my experiences are definitely not going to be the same as any other person out there on the internet. And I believe what I'm going to talk about today is going to be mostly different from, not mostly, but will be somewhat different from other people who have come to Japan as students. And yeah, so just to begin, my name is Harold. Uh, I come from the Solomon Islands. And hello, Kaito. And I come from the Solomon Islands. My country is located close to Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Fiji. It's a very small country for a lot of people to. I mean, it's very small that a lot of people don't know where it is located, but it's uh, a country located in the Pacific or Oceania. And I came to Japan in 2021. I came on a Japanese government funded scholarship, and I've been living here in Japan ever since. And yeah, I guess the when it comes to studying in Japan, one of the issues with with Japan, if you are thinking of coming here as a foreigner, is, I mean, it's Japan, and like the language is certainly going to be different from your country, and that is one of the main challenges. Like if you have to come here as a student, like you need to decide whether Japan is a very is a suitable place for you to come, because firstly because of the language, and then what else? Yeah, I would say the biggest challenge for me was the language. Like when I was thinking of coming to Japan, that was the very first thing. But having said that, I also need to make it clear that I'm studying at a graduate school, and the experience at the graduate school is certainly different from those who are studying at like technical schools or colleges. I don't know. Yeah, or those who are doing undergrad studies. Their experiences, like the requirements and all these, are I think are totally different from um, that of graduate schools. Hey, Spicy D from Kenya is in the house. Welcome to the live. Yeah, so that's why I want to talk about it, because uh, is it difficult? Is it is it challenging, or how challenging it is to study in Japan as a foreigner? So everything that I'm going to talk about today is going to be related to my experience as a graduate student. So what do I study? Well, I'm studying at a university called St. Luke's International University here in Tokyo, and the university is like, maybe it's a Catholic university because of the name St. Luke's. So it's like a medical university, and the the reason why I chose that university is, I think it's it's going to be a very long story, but it's an English speaking university. So all the classes, especially for the graduate schools in that university, all the classes are conducted in English, and every student and every staff of the university, they speak English. And I think that is maybe most of my good experiences in Japan um, came about because of that university. Now, having said that, I'm a I'm a sucker when it comes to learning new languages. Um, let alone like Japanese language, which is totally different from like English, and the language in the local languages in my country. And honestly, I don't know about you people, but I'm at an age. I'm in my late 30s. I'm at an age where like learning new languages is kind of challenging for me. Um, I don't know, like maybe it's just because maybe I haven't put in a lot of effort to learn Japanese, but I feel like it's it's very challenging for me, like to start learning a totally new language altogether. So with uh, the reason why I'm talking about the language is because I am studying at an English speaking university here in Tokyo. So um, most probably, I'm kind of assuming here, most probably a lot of positive experiences that I have here in Japan are have resulted because of that university. Like I don't have to work extra hard to understand everyone at school, my teachers, and all this. So I would say your experience as an international student, especially if you're interested in doing graduate studies, is going to be it's going to be Oh, like the type of school that you choose to study at will certainly impact your 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 life as a student here in Japan. No, I'm saying that as a person who like when okay, here's my story. When I moved to Japan after receiving the scholarship, I was supposed to study in Kyoto. So I was supposed to study at the university in Kyoto. I came at the height of the pandemic, so everything was like very, very. I mean, I came at a time that it was not really, there's lockdown and you have to have a quarantine and all this. So yeah, I couldn't able to complete all the necessary paperwork, or actually like, because graduate schools in Japan, like, you have to apply for an entrance exam. So I wasn't able to do that. But because I have a scholarship, I was able I was able to come to Japan, and I received green light from my university in Kyoto that I was going to like they are going to arrange for me to sit for that entrance exam when I arrived in Japan. So yeah, I was on my way to Japan, thinking that everything was going to be to be fine. So after my arrival, I I did my 14 days quarantine at a hotel, and then I ended up going to the university, and with the help of the faculty staff, I applied for the entrance exam at the university, and I noticed that it was kind of hard to study at the university, because everything was all the lectures were going to be conducted in Japanese. Now I feel bad about like talking about this, because I mean, I knew that it was all the classes and all these were going to be conducted in Japanese. But then, yeah, I made the decision to come anyway. So I felt that it was also I had a lot of uh, I mean, I need to be blamed for for that as well, like for choosing a university that doesn't offer courses in entirely in English. So yeah, so long story short, I asked my professor at that university if I could find an English speaking university, um, an English speaking university somewhere in Japan that I could transfer to. So thankfully, I did manage to find my current university. So I moved to to Tokyo in last year in 2023. Yes. So I think I have managed to clarify the part. Um, yeah. So I am now in my final semester. I'm now in my final semester, and hopefully, I will I will graduate in March next year. So, how difficult is it? Hello, uh, I've Hams. Oh, Adib. So, how difficult it is to study in Japan? Well, I think there's no particular answer for this. It depends on who you are as a person. Like um, I was talking about this on TikTok the other day. Like, my Japanese is not good. I'm not putting in the effort to learn Japanese and all this. And then someone commented and said that, like, well, if you choose to come to Japan, you have to learn Japanese. Why I like, yeah, and I totally get that. Like, um, I think I haven't made a lot of effort to learn Japanese while I'm here. So I feel like I do enjoy life here in Japan, but when I'm out there, like out there visiting places, going to shops and all this, my Japanese is not really good enough for me um, to totally, I mean, interact with people. Yeah, my Japanese is not that really good for me to interact with people, but I feel like I feel like if you put in an effort to learn Japanese while you're here, you are going to really enjoy your time. As I mentioned earlier, um, I speak little Japanese, but because of my university, the staff and the students, they all speak English, and also the student residence that I'm living at, it is made up of a very large international community. We have about 800 international students. This is, some of them are Japanese, but they all speak English. So I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of challenges when it comes to the local language, Japanese language, but I still have like I still have like I do feel that, like, if I have put in an effort to learn more Japanese, I would have really enjoyed my time, especially interacting with locals and all this. So that is something that you need to consider if you're thinking of for moving to Japan to study. Like, you need to think about the language. Like, even if your university is offering courses in English, um, you might want to like learn a few Japanese so that you can get around and all this. Yeah. And hey, hello. I'm so sorry. Konbawa. As I don't read kanji, but hello to you. Thanks for joining the live. Yeah. So basically, that is like my experience in, like, in a nutshell. Um, I'm enjoying the studies here, but I feel like um, to some extent I do not fully enjoy the process of interacting with the locals because of my language, because of language barrier, and yeah, I'm actually not thinking of staying here longer. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I do not invest a lot of time learning the language. Um, and a lot of people online are really surprised that I do not make an effort to learn Japanese. Um, and yeah, I totally get it. Like, it's a scholarship. I'm on a scholarship, so I'm here on a short period of time, and I feel like investing a lot of my time learning the language and is very tiring for me, and I feel like I'm. It's not really good to say this, maybe, but yeah, that's something for you to think about. Like, if you're thinking of moving into Japan, you you have to think about that. But again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am actually doing graduate study. So if you're here to do, like, if you're attending college or doing undergrad studies here in Japan, I think your experience is going to be very different. Everything is going to be in Japanese. So you need to like fully learn the language to interact and all this. Um, yeah, and also if you are going to be here for say a very short time, you might not need to learn too much Japanese. Hmm, guess. Yeah, interesting. So with my limited Japanese, how do I get around? That's an interesting question to answer. Okay, fortunately for me, I have a lot of international friends here in Tokyo. So yeah, I spend a lot of time with them. Like I meet up with them twice a week. So I seem not to be missing out on a lot of things. So yeah, it's such a very good community. And I think I'm just lucky that I know those people, and some of them we do share the same interest, we for music and all this. So we sometimes meet up to play music, and I play the guitar, and I also like singing. Yeah, so it's one of the I think one of the cool things that have really helped me deal with living here with life here in Tokyo. Um, yeah, so if you are moving here for the first time, definitely you are not going to know so many people, but I would suggest that you try to make friends. I don't really have so much experience making friends with local Japanese people because of my limited Japanese. But most of my friends here in Tokyo, they speak really good English, so we get along. But I don't really have an experience making friends with like the local Japanese people. So that is something that you need to do your research if you're thinking of moving to Japan to study. So having said that, like in Japan, like I've I've noticed that there's a lot of people who come here to study the language, and some of my friends, they are here to study at technical schools. I don't really understand like how different is the technical schools from undergrad studies, but yeah, if you can differentiate, if you're from Japan and if you can differentiate an undergrad school and a technical school, then please leave a comment below and tell me about it. So as I mentioned earlier, like if you're studying at those schools like technical schools or undergrad schools, definitely your experience is going to be very different from someone who is studying for a master's or PhD. There are certain graduate schools in Japan that offer their courses entirely in Japanese. So you need to do your research as well if you're moving here to do graduate studies. And there are certain schools that offer courses partially in English and Japanese. And they have some like really international universities here, like my university, St. Luke's International University. If you go to my channel, you can see a video of me having a brief tour of my university, and you can see What sort of school is that? And yeah. And again, the question: is it hard or is it difficult to study in Japan? Okay, academically speaking, I think the graduate schools are kind of, they are like, it can be quite intense at times depending on which semester you're in. But I think the delivery, the way the courses are delivered and how the assessments are carried out, they are kind of I feel like they are, let me think of an English word to describe it. I think the graduate schools in Japan are kind of easy, I should say. I think the only hard part about it is the research part. Like if you're going to do a research, like that's the only bit that you need to put in a lot of effort. And for my studies, actually, I'm doing a public health, a master's in public health, and for my course, besides my research, which I'm currently working on, and some courses that I find it really difficult are biostatistics. So it's something to do with statistics and calculations. I'm really, really bad when it comes to calculations. Um, like when I sit down and think about it, I can find my way around it, but I feel like I don't just enjoy them, the statistic part of doing research. I'm more into like the analysis and like the writing part. Like I feel like I can I can enjoy doing that, but the biostatistic part is kind of difficult for me. But apart from that, all the other courses, um, I wouldn't say like really really easy, but they are manageable. I should say, yeah. I really enjoy them, how the courses are delivered, and also the professors. I used to study in Fiji. For my undergrad, I studied in Fiji. And Fiji is one of the friendliest places on earth. But I feel like after moving to Japan to study, my professors in Japan are very helpful and more friendly in a different level compared to Fiji. I'm not like trying to put Fiji down, but yeah. So the school system, the staff, and everyone is very supportive at the school. Um, at the school level, they are very supportive, and if you have problems, they are really helpful. They will really help you to find your way around school stuff and all this, which is great. So that aspect of studying here in Japan is very good. And I think the only issue that you need to think about is maybe the your daily life in Japan, like um, how, like if you don't have a lot of friends, you need to ask yourself like, can I able to make friends, or can I able to to reach out and become friends with others and all this. And I think also trying to understand the culture, like how things are done here, is very important as well if you're moving here. Because sometimes I notice that people get frustrated that why are why 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 is this, I mean, foreigners living here, and they get frustrated about like why is this happening and this happening. And then I feel like if you if you prepare yourself mentally and before coming, like on what to expect and what not to expect, I think it will really help you to cope and like understand the situation while you're here. uh, but having said that, I think I don't really have a lot of experience to talk about this, especially like the part of like making friends with people here. But I think that is something that you need to find a way to make it happen, so that you do have like a social life that can help you live here. Because you know we are not entirely like, I feel like I'm not really an academic person. Like I don't like within a day I spend less than half of the day doing academic related stuff. So to just come here to and entirely do academic stuff is going to be very mentally draining for me. So I need to find friends and all this. Okay, with all that rumbling aside, let's try and sing a song. Sometimes I wonder how things happen this way. And I'm overwhelmed, but babe, just can't get enough. Yeah, and I'm wondering, oh, sweet darling, what did I do to deserve you? What did I say to make your ways and lies turn my way? If only I had the world, I'd give it all to you, babe. Give it all. Now I'm about to leave for the road. I'll take you with me in my arms, and I really pray the Lord my soul to keep. And maybe just one request, keep me in your dream. And I'm wondering, oh, darling. What did I do to deserve you? What did I say to make your angel eyes turn my way? Ooh, if only I had the world, I'd give it all to you, babe. Oh, if only I had the world, I'd give it all to you, babe. Give it all. Oh, if only I had the world. I'd give it all to you, babe. Yeah. Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home, like a dream come true. But if by chance you here alone, gonna have a moment before I go. 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad for getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fear, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. That's what you say when you left me. You look like a movie, it sounds like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Well, so having said that, do I recommend people like foreigners to move to Japan, especially if you're thinking of doing a graduate study, a graduate course? Do I recommend moving to Japan to study? Well, I would say yes and no. Yes, if you are ready to make your own research to see if the place is good for you, and yes, if you are willing like to learn the language and to adapt to a new environment and to do all this. Yeah, because definitely Japan is going to be different from your country. And I would also say no if you are the type of person who doesn't really want to maybe learn new languages, or one, or you are that kind of person who doesn't enjoy being alone a lot. Yeah, because what I notice is if you have friends from university, you might not you might and if you have friends from university, and also if you are in a graduate school, you might not able to meet up with friends a lot. So if you are a kind of person who can spend prolonged period socializing with people, maybe this is going too far, but like, yeah. So if you are the kind of person, then maybe you need to rethink coming to Japan, because Japan, like, sometimes it's not really easy to make friends. I I do have a lot of friends here, because not because like I went out of my way to make friends, but like I have a community that I joined here in Tokyo that already have people there, and it's a very very nice community which I really love. Like, we enjoy certain things together. It is quite good. But otherwise, my without those friends, I think I would really find it hard to make friends here in Japan as well, because my Japanese is not really good. Yeah, so basically that's what I would say. And if you are joining the life at the moment, and if you're interested in coming to Japan to study, well, if you are adventurous and you are open to like learning new things, and you are into like embracing change and embracing new cultures and all this, then yeah, give it a shot. It's not. I mean, we only have one life, and I think I really, I would honestly say I really enjoy my time here in Japan. Like, I still find it challenging at times, like to make conversations with people, but I really enjoy. Like, I've learned a lot of things. Um, like here in Tokyo, moving from point A to point B is was very very challenging for me when I first got here, but with the help of my friends and with some kind of research on my part, I did manage to find my way around like the transport system here, and it's always like it's very beautiful as well, the country. And in summer you have a lot of festivals that you can enjoy, and I think there's always something happening, especially here in Tokyo. Um, and besides that, making content and studying, like balancing these two, I think it's something that um I'm also working on. I'm trying to balance like my school and content creation, because you know what, I think my content creation is not going anywhere. It's staying here. It's staying here with me. And this school, this the school that I'm doing now, is finishing next year. And I feel like if I I pause my content creation for a longer, like if I decide like to stop making videos for a month, and then start just entirely focus on school, I feel like I would not really, I would I would be missing out on, the experience of creating something for YouTube for that period of time. So that's why like I try to find a way to balance my school and content creation to make sure that they go hand in hand, because school stops next year, March. So literally it stops this month, around January. So school literally stops in January. But content creation is certainly going to stay with me. I mean, that's what I think. So that's why I'm holding on to both at the moment, because when school stops, I have to continue doing content. I don't know if that even makes sense. Okay, I think that's all we have for today. Thank you for those of you who have watched. Kaito saying thank you to people who have commented as well. Kaito said hello. Spicy D from Kenya, thank you, my sister, for always joining the stream. And Adips say hi. And there's another one. I don't know how to read. Kanji or hiragana? Oh, yeah, I think, yeah. We have two people in the house. Where are you guys watching from? So probably in my next live, I'm going to maybe talk about my research. Yeah, I'll probably talk about my research. There are a lot of things about studying in Japan that some people want to know, and I'm also going to cover that in my future live streams. As I've mentioned, I'm on a scholarship at the moment, so yeah, I'll I'll find time to talk about more about how to get the scholarship. But otherwise, if you go to my channel, you can find a playlist dedicated to. I'll probably link the playlist in the comments later on, for you to see. Like I talk about things like how to apply for the scholarship, the different processes that involve in getting the scholarship, and the good thing about this Japanese government scholarship is it's for every country around the world. Whether you are from America, you can also apply for this scholarship. So it's not only for developing countries like us. It's for everyone. We have a lot of European students here. I know of an American student who also got the scholarship to and moved to Japan to study. So yes, the scholarship is actually open for those who are thinking of doing graduate studies here in Japan. Uh, graduate studies, and also specialized schools, like technical schools. So that scholarship is also open for you. And for those who are teachers, if you're a teacher and would like to have an experience here in Japan, there is a 1 year program for teachers who can come and have an experience here in Japan. And yeah, so very, very check that out. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'll talk to you again in the next one. Otherwise, thanks for keeping up with all the rambling this Thursday night. This is Harley in Japan. Please make sure to like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please kindly do so and help us get out the message to a lot of people. And also do check out videos on my channel. I understand that some of my live streams are just singing and talking and all this, but if you want to find out more about to find if you want to watch some vlogs around Tokyo, the daily life in Tokyo as a student, and I did manage to visit some places as well. And as I've mentioned, there are some videos on my channel that I also talk about how to get a total and an entirely free scholarship to come and study in Japan. You can also find videos about that on my channel. I do create like a playlist for that, and you can check it out. Otherwise, from me, Harold here in Tokyo, it's a very good night from the beautiful city of Tokyo. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.